Absolutely. I am totally for temporary special measures. You know, whether it's about having reserved seats in Parliament or whether having the quotas in place for our political parties or even giving some sort of financial aid to women who are running in politics. You know, it's because the realities are that women, there are a lot of barriers to women. Political participation, and if we remove those barriers or if we empower women to somehow go through those barriers or go over those barriers, then we'll gain real equality.
Because we did that, people make it drive women up. I mean, men experience things differently than women, so a woman can experience it differently than a man, but she has more obstacles rather than men. A man is there on this day, people look at him and look at him, but a woman goes through more stuff like this overarching ideologies like women belong in the house.
Because we are better management. I mean, manager. We manage at home, and also we can manage the country. When woman is out there, we can relate to the other women's issues, and also when women take part in decision making, it contributes to the development of women in all areas.
It would be better if we have a very permanent measure that will address this issue. Because if it's temporary, then we'll keep making it temporary, we'll still be addressing it. It needs to be made permanent.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. I didn't even like TSMs before. I didn't even want to think about it.
Versus so far.
Ooh. Now I love it. I am all for it. So I have a little story. I shared this story with her. Okay, say for example, there's two of us, Chone and I, and from the beginning of birth, Chone has had 3 oranges and I've had 2. And no matter how much I wanted to reach for the 3rd orange, I was told that I couldn't because I'm a girl. And then, say from today, the government says, or whoever comes into power says, okay, from now on, we will be giving you equal treatment. Okay, we won't be giving you a handout, we'll just be giving you equal treatment. So they give me 2 oranges and Chone 2 oranges from now until whenever. But the fact of the matter is, I'm still 1 orange less than Chone, unless they give me that extra orange, not because it's favoritism, but because that orange belonged to me from the very beginning. And I think people need to look at it from that way. We're not asking for special, favors. We're asking for what belonged to us from the beginning, but because of how people view culture and how they think culture is and how they think religion is and society views women, we've always been 1 orange less, and that's hard for me. Because people say it's on merit. No matter how much education you may have, if men look at you at a certain way and they don't want to put you into power, your votes are also based on men as well, and they don't see you visible enough in Parliament and they don't vote for you, you won't get into power. It's as simple as that.
I mean, other countries have had women prime ministers. New Zealand, Australia. So if countries that are well developed are able to do that, Fiji should reach a point now where it's able to do that, because we're the hub of the Pacific. And I feel like for us as trans women, it's hard because genetically we are males. We have the body of a man, but we consider ourselves, we have the lifestyle of a woman, and we know in our minds that we are women. And so TSMs applies to us too, because we're subjected to that same, that same discrimination, that same criticism, the 2 oranges
probably even
instead
more
of
so.
3. And it doesn't really make sense, because we're genetically males, but it's because of how we are, how we act, how we perceive ourselves into the community. We're not given that privilege.
You don't feel like
a real man, like a man who's masculine.
I'm fine with the seats at national level, that's Parliament, but I would like to see it implemented at local level and the small communities, because we need to start from the bottom up. Many a times we just say, okay, Parliament, but then these women have started from the bottom, and along with all the other men there. So if they go into Parliament and they're like, okay, temporary special measures, 30% of this, for example, women, they've been brought up in an environment where it's all been just men, and then when the women get into parliament there, like I don't think it will be as balanced as when it's implemented at the lower levels, because then they'd be trained, their minds would be trained in such a manner that once they reach a parliament level, everything is at par.